Good day everyone, this is Alvin again from the Philippines and welcome to my top 20 best sportswear preliminary performance at Miss Grand International 2022. Welcome! So just a few hours ago, the preliminary competition of Miss Grand International 2022 happened, and as usual, it was amazing. Great show, so congratulations to the entire organization. And there are two preliminary events. First one is the sportswear, which replaced the swimwear temporarily for this year, and after that is the evening gown. So I will be releasing 3 videos. First is going to be my top 20. Yes, top 20 for sportswear, followed by my top 20 for the evening gown, and then probably tomorrow my final prediction. So for now, let's talk about my top 20 best sportswear performances, starting with my number 20, Ghana, Zahara Imani Bosman. This is the show that I was expecting from Ghana, but I am glad it wasn't overdone just like before. Her styling looked impeccable, and she was just great when it comes to her walk, and the finale hair toss was a good finish, but I wish she gave more impact to it. Number 19 goes to the United Kingdom. Sophia Mayers. United Kingdom was another surprise to me. I think she brought everything to the table now with that performance. It was smooth, it was clean, and I commend her for that performance. My number 18 goes to Ecuador. Lisette Naranjo. I liked her performance a lot. She's got a great energy. Her figure looked amazing, but I wanted her to maintain that energy from the beginning to the end. I wanted to see some consistency when it comes to her performance once she makes the first cut. But overall, I think it deserves to be on this list. My number 17 goes to Panama. Laura De Sanctis. Panama got a different vibe tonight, which I haven't seen in the past few days. Her face was glowing, loved her smile, loved the ponytail on her, and her performance was just great. So watching that performance, I felt like she could be a potential surprise. My number 16 goes to Myanmar. A Ong Tunt. What I love about Myanmar is that she knows how to show off in a really good and entertaining way. I also think she handles herself very well in the runway, and this performance in the sportswear could really catapult her into getting a placement, especially in the first cut. My number 15 goes to the Czech Republic. Mariana Bekova. What she gave us today is a more subtle but a solid and strong performance. It is actually really good, but since she is a front runner, I was actually expecting a little bit more. My number 14 goes to Indonesia. Andina Julie. If you have been following me in this platform, I am sure you remember that I wasn't really a huge fan of her walk, but I don't really know what happened in the past few days, but the improvement in her walk skyrocketed. It wasn't perfect. I still want her to be firmer when it comes to her poses, but overall a tremendous improvement for sure, and it is a much cleaner performance than before. Good job. My number 13 goes to Cambodia. Paikvote Saravodi. Cambodia was just impressive on that performance. It was clearly showing that she's fighting for one of the top spots. Her energy was impeccable, and the way she did her turns and her executions definitely is giving me that vibe that she's craving for a high placement this year. My number 12 goes to España. Hirisley Jimenez. Execution-wise, I believe that Spain did really well, and catwalk is really one of her strengths. It was just an effortlessly strong performance as always. And one good thing about Spain is that she doesn't need the exaggerated moves because her presence and solid walk just carries her entire performance. My number 11 goes to Mexico. Leisha Salazar. The silhouette of Mexico's figure was unbelievably gorgeous. Add on to that, her performance was one of the outstanding ones. It was so refreshing to see her give us more smiles because it just radiates her aura, and to see her as well engage not only with the audience but also with the camera. I loved it. I really hope that she do more of that if ever she makes it in the first cut, which I'm sure she will, so that we could see more of her personality as well as she strut herself on the runway. My number 10 goes to Venezuela. Luiseth Materan. Venezuela just showed us what she do best, and that is dominating the runway. I love the facial expressions. Her walk is one of the consistently strong ones, and I'm just so glad to see how she transformed and adapted by giving an energetic and stunning performance at this round of the competition. My number 9 goes to Brazil. Isabella Menin. Brazil definitely knows how to give a show. Her aura just hits differently from others, and her stance, poise, and catwalk just stands out against the majority. To me, she gave a very solid and clean performance, and that's her edge against the others. My number 8 goes to Vietnam. Duan Thien An, another candidate that I also believe to deserve some more recognition because of her transformation, and she really peaked and shined at the moment where she needs to shine the most. We know she's got one of the strong walks, but I love how her personality on the runway has improved, and she has shown that adaptability to what works with MGI in terms of performance. So good job to her for that transformation. Number 7 goes to Colombia. Priscilla Londoño. Colombia has something in her aura that truly stands out. Her walk was obviously one of the strongest. I love her energy, and the way she raised both her arms just give me that message that she's confident with her performance, and she nailed it really, really well. Also, this is one of her best looks that I've seen so far. My number 6 goes to Puerto Rico. Oksana Rivera. The turn that she gave gives me that music box vibes, and it was actually unique. And who would not be amazed by the beauty of Oksana tonight? I mean, her face screams perfection. It was another effortless performance from Puerto Rico, and as always, of course, she nailed it. Now let's go to my top 5 favorite sportswear performances, starting with my number 5, the Dominican Republic. Giarmanda Ramos, and oh my goodness, this woman was ready and is always ready to slay and fight for blood. She gave a high caliber performance. She walked and turned and slayed everything on stage. It was a performance that was so good that it seems like I was already watching a finale performance for the crown. That was just so good. My number 4 goes to Costa Rica. Brenda Munoz. Her long straight hair just screams perfection to me. I just loved it. I loved her overall look and the way she showed control in her execution, moves, and walk was just unbelievable. I enjoyed her performances because it was just simply top notch. The body, the face, the expression, the styling, everything for Costa Rica was just on point. My number 3 goes to the Philippines. Roberta Tamondong. Philippines came out blazing tonight. That was the top-notch version of Roberta at this round. Tonight, I saw a Roberta that is ready to fight, not only for a placement, but for the crown. I felt like she have perfected her executions for a long time because everything was just well executed, from the movements to her facial expressions, even the winking and the hair flipping. Everything was just done perfectly and smoothly, and because of that, I commend her for it. And you know that she's always been low on my previous rankings, but I have to give her this. She deserved this after that performance. My number 2 goes to Nigeria. Damilola Volarinde. Nigeria slayed the runway tonight. She gave a winning performance at this round. I love the hairstyle, I love her face and her facial expressions, and I love the gold accessories on the arms as well. It worked perfectly with her overall styling, and I'm just dying at how she killed that runway. The walk, the stare, the solidity and technicalities in her execution was just beyond perfection. Good job to Nigeria. But after hearing all of these positive commentaries, there's still someone who nailed it in my opinion. And to me, the best performer during the swimsuit preliminary goes to swimwear preliminary goes to Thailand. Eng Fawaraha, Thailand just brought out the performer in her on that stage. Who would have thought that this angelic super beauty would give that kind of performance? She gave us a strong performance and at the same time gave us literally a show. I love how she mixed her skills with her catwalk performance, and she just showed her overflowing confidence, magnetizing beauty, and irresistible charisma. And I'm sure everybody would agree. And while watching the show, everyone was just cheering for Thailand when she came out. And this isn't Thailand, this is Indonesia. But hearing those cheers just proved that Thailand is also one of the strong contenders that we have to watch out for. Remember, Thailand haven't won Miss Grand International yet, and they are the home base of Miss Grand International. So Thailand could be winning on the 10th anniversary of Miss Grand International after that preliminary performance. But let's just wait and see. But for now, for the sportswear, Thailand is my number one. So that's it. I am dying to know about your thoughts, and who do you think deserves to be in the top 20 that did not make it on my list. So don't forget to leave your comments below. Don't forget to give a thumbs up and share the video as well. And most importantly, don't forget to subscribe because you'll be seeing more of these videos in the future. For now, thank you very much and have a wonderful day from the Philippines.